Hi, team. I'm Fitz Kohler, one of your race announcers and host of the Buffalo Marathon Show. And it's time. It is time. We've got about 0 point something days until we're all in Buffalo running and walking and partaking in all sorts of festivities. And I can't wait. So thrilled that you're here. Wherever you are, feel free to join the conversation by using your comments section. All you got to do is type in something or other and I'll see it and likely I'll show it on the show. Right now, what I want everybody to do is let us know who you are and where you're from and what race or races you'll be running this weekend. And I'm going to get started by announcing the other half of Team Noisy. So I am the grand poobah because I was here first. However, there's another extraordinary announcer who's my favorite announcer, the junior poobah, the one and only Mr. Rudy Novotny. Hey, Rudy.
Hey, Fitz, forever the junior poobah.
Do you hate my introductions?
No, it's very valid. I am the junior poobah, and I have the hat to prove it, and I can't wait to put it on.
The little buffalo hat, and I do have the big Fred Flintstone style big hat. But are you so excited?
I am. I can't wait to get there. It's going to be an amazing weekend, and let's bring on our other guests.
Okie dokie. Good idea. We're going to start with, I'm going to just bring them both in. We've got two race directors, and they're frickin' frack. One's in charge of operations, the course, all the nuts and bolts, and then we've got the business guy, and I love them both. We've got Mr. Greg Weber, the business guy, and nuts and bolts, Rich Clark. Hi, guys.
Hey, how you doing, Fitz and Rudy? Good to see you guys.
Hello.
Be better to see you in Buffalo in whatever it is, 2 days? 2 days you're flying in?
2 days.
Yes, very shortly.
We're lucky to have you.
Yeah, you sure are. Poor Rich is having Wi-Fi issues. I think Rich, since he's in his car, he should jump off and drive somewhere with strong Wi-Fi and then jump back on. There he is. All right, Greg. So we have a ton of stuff to cover, but I want to start off. We've got a ton of comments coming in, and we love our audience. So Pat,
I think before we get into this, because the banter that goes on here, I think we just need to take a moment for the people in Texas right now.
Yeah.
I mean, it was yet another tragedy just after ours, and I don't think we'd be doing justice to the country and the world to not acknowledge that after our own tragedy here in Buffalo.
Yeah, it's pure evil. Pure evil. I feel for those families.
Pure evil, without a doubt.
No words. Big love to them, though. Everyone involved, everyone who has a heart.
Yes. So with that, I mean, we will pay tribute to our victims here in Buffalo in 5 days. You know, we've worked really hard with TOPS, and we've got a lot of stuff going on, and we want to be respectful, but we also want to acknowledge and we want to celebrate the accomplishments that everybody's going to have crossing the finish line. You know, we're coming back. This is, yet another big race coming back in New York. The last time we were the first race back, and now things have gotten back to kind of normal, right? So it should be a good weekend.
No, we're going to have a great weekend. We're going to have an extraordinary weekend.
Have a great weekend.
All right. So we've got Pat Bosane. Can't wait. Sean Matlock, one of our favorite runners from California.
Sean's got more travel miles than anybody else we know, I think, except for maybe you, Fitz. I don't know. He's got to be a close second.
He's a man on the go. He wants to do all the races, and he's pretty close to having done them all. We've got Laura Jean from Niagara Falls. She's doing her very first marathon.
Yay!
Hey, congratulations. We'll be there waiting for you. And thanks for picking Buffalo to do your first.
And then Laura Carney, the same thing, running her first full. We're so excited, Laura.
We need a bell just for first timers.
Well, yeah, I mean,
yeah. Okay, there you go. Ask and you shall receive.
No, you know what? You said it. You said it, Greg. It's really a matter of trust. And when someone, picks your event to do their first half marathon ever, it really shows that they're trusting, they're trusting Buffalo with the experience, and we're up to the task.
And I can only, you guys are the ones that go from race to race to race. And, at the end of the day, I may be the face of the race during the year, and Rich is the guy who keeps everybody safe, and I wouldn't want to do this without him. You guys become the face of the race on weekends, right? I mean, Rudy, we kind of we might have to give you a promotion, this junior poobah stuff. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I know.
But, she's kind of on a power trip with that. We might have to trim her horns, but
no.
She's not on a power trip. I've only been announcing for 25 years, so I'm just kind of getting the swing of things.
But you're still the new guy in Buffalo.
But yeah, so it is wonderful, and we have a great time. You guys see all the races across the country, so when we do this kind of stuff and you hear people say, you can talk to what the other races are like, not to downplay them or stuff, but more or less to say, we can compete with all the races in the country. We've got it here in our own backyard. So, and look, Rich is in his own backyard.
Literally.
We didn't plan that. It worked very well.
I'm about to throw my phone in the pool.
Well, we said all sorts of things about you while you were gone, so
that's okay.
So you know.
I'm okay with that.
Hey guys, we're gonna fly through some of these comments. Our audience is still pitching in. Again, if you're just tuning in, we want to know who you are, where you're from, and what you're running this weekend. Kim, hey, you know what? Run, walk, saunter, stretch, stroll. We don't care. Just point A to point B, and that's good enough. Paul Donahue for the marathon. Patrick, runners, that 5K and half K. Arlette Harris, all the way from Buffalo. Okay, and let's from Blanca and
that's Team Ramirez.
Team Ramirez.
Our two Guinness World Record holders, Blanca and Jordan. That's pretty special stuff.
Absolutely.
World record for what?
I'm sorry?
World record for what?
The youngest people to ever have run 7 marathons on 7 continents.
Wow. Cool.
Yep.
Oh,
and
cool.
how old is the baby now? Can the baby do the diaper dash and do their own race?
Yeah.
Hey, we've got some volunteers, Lori Gorski and Dave Adams from North Tonawanda. One of my favorite words to say on race day. Tonawanda. We got so many people from there and running the marathon. Okay, so we're going to get started. I'd like to go in order of the weekend. We say we do nothing on Friday. Folks, we have no expo on what?
Not true.
I know. I'm just starting with the basics. We have no races. We don't have expo, no packet pickup. But the thing we do have Friday is go forth, Greg.
So you've been with us for almost as long as Rich and I have been running this thing. We have built out the weekend, and we always felt Friday was a dead area, even though Slow Roll and the pedal party does a pedal party and people ride across the finish line and it's great. We've always wanted to incorporate our local area nightlife scene. And this year it's coming to fruition. They are stepping up, and they are going to have a happy hour from 5 to 9 o'clock on Chippewa with pop-up vendors and the whole yard. It's free. You can go to the bars down on Chippewa, which is a mere 2 blocks from the finish line and 1 block from the start line. And they're great. You know, we're looking for a long-term relationship with the Chippewa Alliance. It's great. So we're really excited. And
what are we dubbing the Chippewa party, Greg?
Well, the original thing we dubbed it for was the 0.0K party. But in all honesty, this came together so late. You know, we haven't quite. We'll work on that next year. You know, with the finish lines and stuff. This is all coming. This is literally like last week. This is coming to a head. So
Greg,
we want people to come out. We want people to frequent the establishments. We want people to have a good time, and we want people to understand it's not just about the runners. It's about the community and the entire weekend.
Greg, pay attention. The party Friday night is on May 27th. What is the real?
Oh my God! It's Rudy. I forgot.
Happy birthday
to you.
That's what we did, right?
That's right. It's my birthday party.
It's your birthday party.
I didn't want to spoil the surprise, but there's going to be a street fest just for you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
And you can walk down Chippewa, and they're all going to throw beads on you if you can earn them.
Yes.
Oh, no.
Oh gosh, I am likely to. So don't dare me, Greg Weber. I'm gonna be all jacked up on Diet Coke. Okay. Oh, look at this. Paul Gilligan, first time, and he's running with his mom. That is very
awesome.
And look, I'm sharing the birthday with Jessica Fancher and possibly Laura Jean. I think. Oh my gosh, it's everybody's birthday. All right, it's not my birthday; it's everybody's birthday party Friday.
It's birthday marathon.
That is so great, so great. Okay, so Friday with a pedal party. How do people get involved with the pedal party?
Pedal party is Slow Roll Buffalo. I think it's slowrollbuffalo.org. They can go there. They can go. It's another free event. They can go. I think it starts at 6:30 or 7. They'll ride about 13.1 miles and finish under the finish arch. They're going to take a picture, and then they're going to go over to Cider Works and do their own celebrating. So we've been doing it with them for 5 or 6 years, and it's great. You know, they go out and ride through the city, and you know, they have been the ones who have really been kicking off the event. Now Chippewa is coming in. Next year, we'll bring Slow Roll back to Chippewa.
Okay, so pedal party Friday night and Chippewa bars. Everyone's invited. No registration.
5 for anybody in downtown. So,
okay,
right.
All right, Friday night, fun time.
Yeah, you two better rest up. There's a lot going on.
There always is. We can handle it, right, Rudy?
Yeah, I've been training for this.
He's ready for it. And then
McGilvray came in and said, "I can't believe all the stuff you have going on." I just put on a marathon.
Yeah, Boston Marathon's a really easy thing to do.
Yeah, whatever. He goes to the start line. He goes back
on Monday. So easy. So Saturday morning, we kick things off with packet pickup, the Expo, and the 5K. So which comes first? What opens first, Greg?
Packet pick or bib pickup for the 5K, followed by the 5K itself at 8:30.
So what time does packet pickup start for all of our 5K folks?
I think it's 7:15.
Nope, it says 7. Look, I just looked at the clock.
Okay, so if you knew, why did you ask me?
I didn't look at it yet.
I told my committee it's very simple. If you ask me a question, I'm probably going to give you the initial one.
Okay. And
I have the same sheet of paper right here, which will be in your laminated packet.
Okay, so everyone
Mine is printed in color, by the way.
Everyone out in intranet land, what you need to know is everything covered on this show is online. There's a website, buffalomarathon.org, and everything is there. All the schedules, all the locations, the parking, the beverages, everything is on buffalomarathon.org.
The guide. Just click on the guide link on the homepage.
There's also the guide. So yeah, I think you go under races and find the guide, and then you open that up. So there's multiple places where all this information lasts. So if we get tangled up, and Greg says 7:15 and I say 7, just go online. It's there. And then the other thing to consider is these two gentlemen right here are race directors. They are not likely to sleep until Monday. And so don't email them, right, Rudy?
Right. Give them a break. Everything you need to know is online. All the FAQs, everything you need to know.
Yeah. Do your due diligence and look first before you send either one of them an email and say, what time does a half marathon start or where do I park? They will.
We had a runner when, like, whatever it was, umpteen years ago, asked us about a guide. We didn't have one. We managed to pull one together. And from a personal standpoint, I'm pretty proud because my middle daughter has worked on this to pull this together. And she's worked on it tirelessly. And I think when I looked at it, it was 69 pages of
72.
72. So we have packed a lot of information into this, and there is some consolidated timelines. And the other thing that people should do is if they download it, they should go back and check, because since we published it, I think we published 3 or 4 updates to it. You know, the bar parties came out on Chippewa. We had to update it. There's been a couple updates to it. So we're constantly updating it. So it is a source of truth.
Okay. All right. So we have it. We have a guide. So 7 a.m. If you're running the 5K, show up before 7 a.m. Don't wait until 7:55 and think you're going to easy breezy park and get your stuff and then get over and do the 5K. Show up early. Parking is pretty easy downtown Buffalo for this race. Correct, guys?
Very, very easy.
Lots of parking.
Surface lots, especially, I mean, right now, I just looked at the numbers. we cap this out. We have 700 people registered. Parking should not be an issue for the people coming down for the 5K.
Okay.
Now, is registration still open for the 5K, Greg?
Nope, registration
Okay, it's closed.
is closed.
Okay,
And
got it.
we had closed it on April 3rd and left it open for community slots. And we sold 100 community slots, which means we upped the price. I mean, more than doubled it, but that entire fee of $75, the race itself is donating back to the hospital. So dollar for dollar up to 75 is going back. We're going to give them a check for $7,500. And as the athletes know, if they paid attention when they register, if they go on and register for $75 or $100 or $125, that's what it is at checkout. There's no admin fees. There's nothing else added onto it. We eat all those fees for the athlete. We want them to pay what they see.
Okay.
But that's for next year when they register, right? Because we're sold out, other than the Ruffalo Stampede and the Diaper Dash. But we'll get to that.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, so get there between 7 and 8. Err on the side of caution. You get your bib. You put your bib on the front, not in your back, not on the side. Bibs go on the front. Put your stuff in your car. There's no bib pick or gear check.
Gear check.
Thank you. Thank you. And then you line up on Pearl Street near Court Street, and we have a ton of fun during the 5K.
I want to take this sideways a little bit. There's a couple things, and we'll touch on this a couple times through this. People coming down that don't go downtown a lot there, and Rich can talk to this. There is a lot of construction going on. The convention center is under construction. The main entrance is closed. We're using side entrances. But the thing I want to touch on for packet pickup for the 5K right now, and it starts with the 5K, is when we did our press release on Monday with the shooting in Buffalo and the tragedy that happened. We've been working, Tops is a sponsor. We've been working closely with them. We are going to host a food drive for them and the community that is now a food desert. So people who are coming to pick up their packets for the 5K are encouraged to bring non-perishables. There will be more text messages and stuff coming out to the group, but that's a drum I really want to beat throughout the night. That my goal, my personal goal, I came up with it the other day, and I'm setting for the race, is we want to collect 26,200 pounds of food. Go ahead, Fitz. Where does that number come from?
Well, marathon.
There you go. So that's the goal of what we want to collect, and it's going to go to the Jefferson Avenue community. So we announced it. We just want to promote it. We want everybody to remember when they come, bring a can, bring whatever. We're going to have the bins. Feed More of Western New York is going to be working with us, so it'll be a great way for us to give back and start the summer.
Lovely. And folks, I see a lot of questions coming in, and you can keep throwing in your half of full marathon questions, but we're not going to answer them until we get there. So right now we're talking about the 5K. When we get to Sunday, we're going to answer all of your questions. Also, I need to pause because someone said something nice about me, and he said it and kind of messed up my name, but that's okay. Look, he says, Fritz always seems so pumped up. That's right, but it's Fitz. There's no R, dude, but that's okay.
Fritz is on our board.
Fritz is going to be at one of the band locations on the course.
Are you sure he's not talking about Fitz? What's
I
the
think they're talking about our board member.
All right. I hope that Fritz is also very pumped up. You can have a pumped up Fitz and Fritz. Okay, so 5K start, folks. If you are running with us, if you are walking with us, we expect happy faces. We have one potty stop along the course, one hydration station. What else do they need to know, Rich Clark?
Just pay attention to the volunteers and follow the directions of the police to help them get you through a safe day.
And if you have a stroller, which is the one race we allow a stroller,
we would like all the strollers to start in the back of the pack to give the runners who are going to take off really fast a chance to get out ahead of you so nobody trips and falls. We want everybody to have a great time out there.
That's right. And this, other than one very unique exception on Sunday, this is the only race where strollers are invited.
Yes.
That is correct. Yep.
Okay. And did you look who's singing the national anthem? Did you look?
I did. I cannot remember the name, but it's someone who has been on one of the fancy reality TV shows. Rudy, do you
And you know what? We can leave it at that. And if people want to know, they can look in the guide.
There you go.
I like that. It's
And
not
hey,
very
Rich,
underwood.
for people who have run the 5K before, is the course essentially the same, or are there any changes at all?
The course is the same. The only thing we're doing different this year is we're adding back the hydration station, where
Okay.
last year we took it out due to COVID. So there will be water
Okay.
just about 2 miles.
Are you running, Fitz? Or no? So that was a slip. Are you running, Rudy?
No, I am not.
I
Running.
think Fitz should run, but I was lobbying for that, but
I would never ever miss one of my runners coming through the
That's
finish
the
line.
problem.
And the bigger problem is I heard registration was closed. So
Oh, that's right.
I thought maybe we knew somebody.
there's a lot of no's coming out of the email slot right now.
Hey, listen, until I can beat everybody, until I can start at the end and still beat everybody, I'm sticking with announcing, or at least for your race. Okay, so 5K, and then 5K awards. Did you say they're going to be mailed this year? They didn't come in?
While they're in the guide right now, we haven't updated it. The awards will be mailed. We ordered them. It is the one thing that didn't come in time as we were trying to figure it out. They're actually very cool awards this year and I can say we don't have them on the website. They're actually license plate frames that say age group winner for the Buffalo Marathon 5K or half marathon. They're actually very cool.
They're super cool.
Available until Tuesday.
Cool. And just to be clear, for anyone who's brand new to racing, these are just age group awards, and overall awards are speaking about you will get your medal when you cross the finish line. So you will
get your medal. Yes.
Your medals are in town. These are only for those. And so people cross the finish line, they will get some snacks. And then we have a 5K post-race party upstairs in the convention center. Everyone's invited.
Yep. Upstairs in the convention center. Everyone is invited. It's got a ton of food. Karen does a fantastic job. And the key word here is everyone. I've had this question a lot this year for some reason, never before. Is my family invited? Are my kids invited? Everybody is invited. Sometimes Rich gives me a hard time because we're feeding Buffalo and everybody's celebrating and all the people who are down on their luck are there. But we want it's a celebration, right? For everybody. And we don't exclude anybody. So bring them in. There's no charge for it. It's part of the race. Have a piece of pizza or whatever Karen's serving and enjoy.
All right. So 5K is a blast. And then next up is our kids mini marathon presented by Dick's Sporting Goods and the John R. Oshai Children's Hospital. Kids, bib pickup is at 9:45.
Yes. Again, first floor of the convention center. Again, food can be brought for Feed More at that point.
Okay.
Same location as the 5K pickup.
And I always see, do we have the balloon guy this year? There's always a lot of fun stuff.
It's funny you should say that. He called me last night after he saw the press release, and he said, "Do you want me?" And he said, "Well, you are extremely popular, Mr. No," because that's his name, Mr.
That's
No.
right.
Yep.
I don't know if it's on his birth certificate, but I said, "You're extremely popular. The kids love you. Unfortunately, there is so much construction going on, and we don't know day to day what we're going to have to deal with on race day. The kids would congregate around them, and we don't know that we have the room. So we just said, peace out. Come back in 2023.
You said no to Mr. No.
I said no to Mr. No.
We had to. When Fountain Plaza's done, then there'll be no issue.
No.
See the guy with the hat? The guy with the hat makes sure everybody is safe for the entire weekend. And there's nobody better at his job than what he does. And if he says no to Mr. No, I'm going to say, if the kids say, "Where's Mr. No?" I'm going to say, "Look for the guy with the hat."
That guy.
Oh, nice.
I'm raising an eyebrow at you, Rich. Jessica, he's the balloon guy. He does balloon animals and stuff, swords for the kids. They really like it. That's okay. Rudy and I are going to have lots of fun with them. Balloons or no balloons,
Rudy,
right?
you have 2 days to figure out how to make balloon animals.
Yeah, great.
Okay, so our waves for the kids mini marathon are as follow. At 10:30, we have the start of 3-year-old and under. So this is a notice for everybody out there, whether you have children or not. Stick around. This is one of the most fun 2-hour blocks of the entire weekend. We have 10:30, 3 and under, 10:45, 4 and 5-year-olds, and they go in heats of maybe like 10 to 12. So we take a dozen at a time. It's very kind of informal. You just line up and we bring out a group and let them go.
It's controlled chaos.
Controlled chaos. And then at 11, we have the 6 and 8-year-olds, and they all take it very seriously. There's a lot of laughter, some very intense running faces, and then on occasion, someone's pants fall down and someone cries. But
I bought a belt.
huh, Greg?
I got a belt. My pants are
Right. I remember this poor little kid, and his pull-ups were showing, and his pants are down his ankles.
Pictures on the website.
Yes, yeah. And then after the kids' races, during the races, Diaper Dash, presented by John R. Oshai Children's Hospital, will bib pickups at 10:30 to 11:15. And Greg, tell them about their baby bibs they get.
They get a real terry cloth kids bib. This year it's blue with the logo on it. So their race bib is actually a regular bib that they can use year round. So it's, we consider it a unique little treat for the kids, and both of these events are free. And while the kids race is sold out, right, we cap that at $350 to keep their schedule moving. There's still about 24 spots for the Diaper Dash for 2 and under. If you have a 2 and under and you're watching and you want to get them registered, go online and sign up. It's open until, oh my God, I think the 27th, but don't hold me to that.
So the Diaper Dash will start at 11:30. It's right at the finished structure, the finished structure in front of the convention center. It's easy to find.
The goal has always been, we want to be the little tots first race, right? So we put it right under the finish line. They're not going to have a better race for their first race, and it is on that sublimated carpeting that has all the logos on it. That is exactly 26.2 feet long. So
nice.
And Rudy, what don't we allow?
Let's see. We don't allow crying.
No crying.
Rudy,
No crying.
It's going to be a test, right?
There's no. How she tests me all the time.
We say no crying, but nobody listens.
We don't allow Fitz to pick up the little baby.
There's no crying.
I know. It's my most difficult part is not picking up the children and hugging them and eating their faces.
Well, so. Nate will be there for your fix. Okay. So
Greg has grandchildren. I'm allowed to squeeze, which I appreciate. If anyone else has a child that they don't mind me squeezing, please, by all means, put them in my arms.
And we can't thank Children's Hospital enough for sponsoring these events. I mean, Dick's has been a longtime sponsor of the kids race, and we thank them, and they do so much for us. And then they graciously allowed Children's to come in and be part of the kids race as well. And Children's does the 5K and the Diaper Dash, and it's a great partnership we have with them.
And aren't we dropping off medals and things over to the hospital, the Children's Hospital, Greg?
Yeah, we are, for the first time, we are going to there's about, depending upon the census of the hospital, there's 150 to 160 to 80 kids in the hospital at any one time. So we extended what we build out for the kids for their free swag, medals, and everything we put in the bag that Tops provided. And we're going to stuff another 150 bags and bring it over to the hospital. And then the organization there can distribute it to the kids in the hospital, so that they will get a medal and they'll get everything else that the kids on the street are going. And hopefully next year, some of those kids, if not all of those kids, could come and participate.
I hope so. That's a really sweet partnership.
Hospital's only about a mile and a half from the start of the race. So yeah, they're a great partner.
All right, we're moving on to the next event. And again, you don't need babies to come watch and cheer for these kids. In fact, the kids really love and appreciate enthusiasm. So show up to the expo to pick up your gear for the next day and cheer for the kids. And then at 11:30, you can come do packet pickup for our Ruffalo Stampede, which is our dog race, which competes with the babies and the kids for cuteness.
It is right up there with the cuteness of the diaper dash. It really is, with all the dogs, the little dogs, the big dogs, the dogs in strollers, all kinds of dogs. And Ruffalo is actually one of the events we're still open right now. We're competing with an event in the North Towns, and that has kind of popped up. So we still have about 60 spots left in the Ruffalo. So we'd like to show those people in the North Towns that we can sell this sucker out. So if you have a dog and you're not doing anything, sign up. It goes to support rescues. You know, Fitz will get into that. But yeah, come on down. It's still open till Friday. And they get those milk bones.
And there's the pools.
Yep.
Yeah, there's the pool. So the dog gets a medal. The dog gets a bandana. The dog has a pool at the end to either drink out of and swim in, and the owner or the trainer, if you will, the dog's coach, gets poop bags just in case. Because Rich likes a clean race course.
Yes. We like the clean course.
So, Jessica, the race is on Saturday morning. Ruffalo Stampede starts at 12:30. Again, right over by the convention center. Rudy, you had something to add?
No.
He just forgot.
That's Rudy's bedtime.
And then this is very funny. Jessica wants to know her dog will quit after a mile. They only run around the block, right, Greg? What's the distance, Rich?
0.6 miles or 1 kilometer. So it's pretty short. It's a nice, easy one for them.
Yeah.
It's about the participation, not the distance.
Yeah, totally. Participation.
Yeah, and there's a bunch. I mean, we've got Great Danes and Mastiffs, and then we got Chihuahuas and the teacup dogs, and they all do just fine. And you're right, Greg. There are people pushing them in strollers and holding their dogs. And as long as your dog stops by to get announcer smooches, we can call it a successful event.
And it's sponsored by Tito's. Tito's has come up big. Milkbone comes up big. There's a bunch more sponsors. I can't rattle them off the top of my head. Piva, Southern Tier Brewing, Founders. A lot of areas have come through to support this as you go into the next event.
Okay,
and it's still only Saturday morning.
That's right. We're just getting started, guys. And at 1:00 we have the bark crawl, which is you and your dog go bar hopping and eat and have adult or not adult beverages, and it's a lot of fun.
Right, and each bark crawl stop is manned by a different rescue from around Buffalo, and they're all on the website. And where else are they found?
In the guide.
There you go, Fitz. See, I thought I would snub her, Rudy, but I didn't.
No, she's way too sharp.
Someone says, if your dog is not well behaved, well, then if you have a mean dog, probably don't bring your mean dog. But what I find is people who bring their dogs, like we've never had a snarl or a growl or a nasty bark. It's because people who
knock on wood, but we have an on-site vet just in case. The dogs have their own medical.
Sweet. But yeah, we find that people that care enough to bring their dogs to a dog race often care enough to train their dog well. So they're all very sweet to each other. It's very, very cute. And then quite often the dogs that are available for adoption will do the race with one of the rescue personnel in a shirt that says "Adopt Me." Mm-hmm. And it is rip your heart out sweet. So please, if you have room in your home, come and rescue one of these fine animals. They could love some love. So maybe you'll find your new best friend at the Ruffalo Stampede. Look, Patrick's borrowing his sister dog. That's how you do it, right, Greg?
Great idea.
You can borrow your dog when, again, a lot of this stuff has come from, my imagination or Rich's imagination, but the dog race came from Bart Yasso's, imagination. And he said, this is an incredible race. People actually go out on Facebook and look to borrow dogs. So, and he was right. I mean, people have a lot of fun with this event.
Okie dokie. So, bark crawl, dog race, all the morning races, they're all in they're all listed on the website. They're all in the athlete's guide. So if you have any more questions about those events, look them up. We're going to move to the Expo because on Saturday, people will be coming in to pick up their own race bibs. And can they pick up their friend's race bib, Greg?
They can pick up. Great question. It's been the big question of the last few days. They can pick up their friend's bibs, but they need a copy of their ID.
Okay. Can they have a photo of it on their cell phone?
Photo will be fine.
Okay. Okay. And what else do they need to know about the expo on Saturday?
They need to bring food to get to our 26,200 pounds of food. So for Feed More of Western New York, the expo is going to have, I think Jen told me 25 or 26 vendors. A lot of this, Rich and I were talking today, you know, it's weird. We had the race last year where we got back, but this almost feels like a second year event at this point, right? We were dormant for a year, and as we spin things back up and vendors come back in. So the expo is going to be a lot of fun. There's a lot of good vendors. And for people that come in, bring the food. The other technology we're looking at bringing in, if people haven't looked at it, on our website, we have our, one of my good friends, Pete, went out and built this interactive map, if you haven't looked at it. And the interactive map will allow you to look at Buffalo. It will allow you to look at the mile marker, and it will point out things along the course, all the things you're running by with a history and a picture. We're going to have a 65 or 75-inch television at packet pickup instead of a printed map that people can poke around on and play with. So, we're going to just have some fun with it.
Very cool. Very cool. Now, this specific time for the expo on Saturday, because I don't see this. I don't see
9
it
to 6.
9 a.m. to 6 p.m. So if you want to gather your race bibs, which you need to gather them for your Sunday event, bring your ID. If you're picking up for a friend, bring their ID, a copy of their ID, or a photo of their ID, and that's 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. You can come early and wait, but you can't come late. So make sure you're there by 6 p.m.
Yep.
Rudy, what are your expo tips?
Well, I was just wondering though, can the dogs pick up other dogs' bibs, or no?
If they have a copy of their ID on their cell phone?
Okay, the paw print.
Yeah, paw print. You have to bring your dog with you.
Right. Yeah, right.
The Hyatt is dog friendly.
That's great. And actually that's really cool. No, it's just, it's great to see expos coming back online. It's these people have really been impacted through the, COVID shutdown, and there's a lot of really good people with really cool stuff. So I encourage everybody to come and be good consumers, spend a bunch of money at the expo, and check out a lot of really fine vendors and get some cool stuff.
I would encourage people to support the vendors and spend some money. A lot of people, I've heard these things, they have money in the bank. The expo vendors are in the same thing, right? They're questioning whether they should come to a race. Is anybody going to spend money? So they're outlaying their own expenses. If we can support them, it'll only make it better for next year, right? So, yeah, that would be great.
And a reminder, because of supply issues that are rampant all around the country, Buffalo Marathon has chosen to provide tumblers to everyone in place of a shirt. So this year you will not be handed a shirt at packet pickup. You will be handed a beautiful tumbler for whichever race you're doing. However, there's gear, and there's actually some pictures of the gear and official merchandise, and it's awesome. I love the buffalo with the American theme with the sunglasses. It's so fun. So plan to do that kind of shopping. I'm reserving my cool buffalo gear.
My guess is Greg just went to grab a tumbler.
I hope so.
Yeah, I wandered away. Rudy, if it goes long and you need to go to the bathroom, just raise your hand. These are sample. I don't know if you can see these. So these are actually, this is the half tumbler. And I mean, with Fitz's help and one of her races' help, these were actually provided by Tervis tumblers. If you look on Amazon, these are not low quality tumblers. These are really high quality. This one was actually produced in China. They have hundreds of thousands. Decorated in Venice, is it, Fitz? I think it's Venice, Florida. Yeah, they were decorated. It's got the skyline on it. It's pretty cool. This one for the 5K, for people who are running the 5K, my daughter's trying to steal this from me. They're all double walled. This one is entirely made in the U.S. So, and is guaranteed for life, also by Tervis. I can't wait to see how people react to these, because I would like to give these away every year. I think these things are so quality. These things are the bomb. So I've got enough race shirts.
So yes, Crystal, there is no jacket. You'll get a tumbler and then you'll get a medal, but no jacket. And there might be some jackets available for sale in the
Those
merchandise
got a lot of
tent.
good stuff.
Always have it.
Hey, Greg, I think we need to go back to the food drive because that was a conversation that was offline, wasn't it? Before we started this.
No, we talked about it.
Oh
here.
man, I guess I am
That's
tired.
okay, Rudy. It's any.
Oh, here we go.
I mean,
I did a really hard workout before I came online. So okay.
people, we're gonna have the totes at the 5K for people to drop stuff off. We're gonna have the totes at the expo. If we look at I think the number was 5,800 people we have. If we say every person brought 5 pounds of food, we would hit 25,000 pounds. So I know everybody's not going to bring stuff. They're going to get there and they're going to say, I forgot to bring food. But for those people, we will also have Tops is partnered with the Survivors Fund, and we'll have the QR code that people can scan and make a donation. And Tops is covering all the admin fees. So if somebody donates $100, it will go to the community for that. And actually those are not going to the community. Those are going to the victims' families. So the race has always been about community, right? And right now, as I sit here, I put on this ribbon tonight. They were delivered to me today. There will be 7,500 of them distributed at the race. It's pack and pickup. Everybody is encouraged. We'll have placards. Everybody is encouraged to take one and wear it on race day and honor the victims. All of our volunteers will be given them. So we're just trying to do what we can to be respectful and honor the tragedy that happened in Buffalo while we also celebrate the achievements of what everybody's going to do. It's an interesting balance.
Okay, moving on to Saturday, the nuts and bolts again. 2:30 is free yoga.
Free yoga.
Where will yoga be? At the finish line?
Free yoga is going to be at the finish line. We did it a couple years ago. Yogis in Service, which mans Rich. I don't know where he went. I don't know if they're on mile. Oh my God, I don't know if they're on mile 15 or mile 8, but they have come in and they're going to provide this yoga for anybody who wants to come down and stretch out and do yoga. And then Yogis in Service turns around and gives back to the community. They provide free yoga at the Grider Community Center for an entire year on Saturdays for people. So it's a great partnership.
Super fun. So you don't need yoga pants. You don't need yoga fancy anything. Just show up.
Yeah, just show up and have a good time. Saturday's all about the fun.
That's right. And if you can't do the fancy stuff, good. It'll make me laugh to see people who are bad at yoga doing yoga. I'm one of those people. So
Yeah.
let's do bad yoga together.
I go like this.
That's right. Why so serious? Okay. The other thing we have on Saturday is the pasta dinner party at the Hyatt Regency Hotel.
New location. Hyatt has done a great job. They're setting up, and there are still tickets online that you can go on to our site and register to come to the pasta party. And, I hear the food's going to be great. The chef at the Hyatt has promised me he's gone above and beyond. They told me today or yesterday, I was talking to them. They said, we gave you a really good price on this. We're going all out for your athletes. So that's awesome. And I hear there's a pretty good speaker that's going to be speaking. Rudy, do you know who it is? Have you ever heard of her?
I have. It's the fabulous Fitz Kohler, the Grand Poobah.
And what is your topic of conversation going to be?
Running at the mouth while running for my life. So I'm going to talk about all the fun I had in 2019 while I was bald and gray, doing breast cancer, showing up at incredible events around the country, having a damn good time, having more fun than any cancer patient or non-cancer patient should have, and all the interesting and fun lessons learned in that journey. And we taught, it's a fun, I think, funny presentation, far more laughs than tears. And what do you think, Rudy? You've heard it a few times.
I think it's an absolutely fun and really interesting discussion. you know, and I followed you around quite a bit for that time. So,
Well, I think I look forward to hearing from it. I just remember that time, and that's when when Rudy got invited to the race, and in talking to you at the end of February in 19, and you were at the race in 19. What is it? March, April, May, 3 months later, sicker than a dog, and look at where we are now. That's real hair on your head.
But did you know I was sicker than a dog?
We have had conversations about this. I never knew you were as sick as you actually were. You worked the entire weekend. We brought in Rudy unbeknownst to you to support you, but you were a trooper and a true professional, and you're a very good friend, and so is Rudy. But to watch the whole journey and watch how healthy you are now is wonderful.
Well, I appreciate all the support, but I am fine now. I'm 100%. And more importantly, Saturday at 5 p.m., I am going to bring it for the keynote, and we're going to have a hell of a good time making fun of my ridiculous experience when running and race announcing collided with cancer. So I hope everybody comes.
There's plenty of room if people want to register for the pasta party, but they got to register. They have to register by Friday. We, as a race, do not manage cash and credit cards on race weekend. It's just one less thing we want to manage. So buy your ticket, pick it up at the Pacer table. If you're in the pasta party, you go and get your little Buffalo nickel token at the Pacer table, and come over to the Hyatt and have a good time. Awesome. Hyatt's open. Douglas Jamal has done a great job getting that hotel back open, and they've always been the host hotel. Again, we're all about supporting Buffalo. Where the heck did Rich go?
Tickets still available, and how much are they? Anybody have notes on that?
$25, and it's a deal and a half. Trust me.
Cheap. Yeah.
Justice Fitz is worth $25.
At least. And I'm going to do a book signing after. I'm bringing a ton of books. So if anyone wants to go home with one of my books, my Noisy Cancer Comeback.
Your job is the books. I'm not listing any books.
That's right. I'm going to bring my purple pen and my free stickers, the I Can Do Hard Things stickers. And, anyone who wants one can walk away. Also, someone asked, will there be gluten-free pasta at the pasta dinner? Do we know?
Oh, that's a good question, and I don't know the answer to that.
Okay. Isn't there a menu online, Greg? I think I saw that.
There's a menu. I don't know that we include it. I got to be honest. I don't think gluten-free pasta is on the menu. I guess if I got an influx of people that said we want gluten-free pasta, I'll email the Hyatt and they'll make it happen. But that's the first time somebody has asked me that question.
I just from personal experience, Greg, I would ask for it. People will appreciate that. There's a lot of people with gluten allergies, so if they can do it,
I'll make a note.
Thank you. That's a great question, Jerry Lynn. All right, guys, we have to jump over to Sunday. Sunday fun day. Sunday fun day. A Buffalo Marathon, Buffalo Half Marathon, and the Kaleida Relay.
That is true. And it'll be Sunday morning. For anybody who's coming in late, as I shoved a chip in my mouth, anybody who's coming in late doesn't get to packet pickup on Saturday. There will be packet pickup from 5:30 until 6:15 in the convention center on the first floor for people to get their stuff. Unfortunately, because of the convention center construction, there is no gear drop. So people are on their own. I mean, we just don't have the wherewithal within the building to support it. So we had to pull it. So we did. But that is before the race goes off. That's going on.
So gear check is your car, your vehicle, or a family member that's come with you, or
a family member, a vehicle. Please don't leave unattended bags around downtown Buffalo. We don't need the bomb dogs working any harder than they have to. And trust me, they found them. They've gotten rid of them. So, yeah.
And they found bags, not bombs.
Yeah, bags. Excuse me. They have found unattended clothing bags, which the dogs don't like the smell of. So,
yeah. You can leave your stuff behind. What does the weather look like for Sunday?
Just looked. It looked like it's going to be. It's been running where Sunday afternoon it could get up to 80. It looks like it's going to be in the low 70s in the morning. It's going to be a beautiful morning.
Great.
If it were to escalate real fast, we do have a heat plan that we can activate. But at this point, we're not going to do it. It's looking for like a perfect race weekend. There might be some rain on Saturday, but Sunday's looking gorgeous.
You know, we've had rain on Saturday quite a few times, and it's just like a sprinkle, and it's no
it wasn't bad.
deal.
Weather for the most part, knock on wood, as I've been very lucky as the director, where we haven't had any really bad weather. Knock on wood, and I can say that this weekend because I think it's gonna be fine.
You know what? Rudy called Mother Nature, and she's got a big crush on Rudy. So she was like, "Yeah, sure."
I'm just bringing in some really nice mild weather from San Diego. I'll be
There you go. You bring it all. I'll have you back in. Like in January. Oh wait, I'll be in Clearwater.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so once again, last ditch pickup for your bibs will be Sunday morning between 5:30 and 6:15. After that, the race starts and you can't get anything. So be there or be square. And I want to remind everyone that get there early. The race starts at 6:30. So plan to show up downtown at 5:15.
Yeah, and we have for people watching this, we have this year, it started with COVID. Rich, I wish he was on right now because Rich could talk to it. Niagara Square, for what people are familiar with, right in front of City Hall. If you're new to the area, it's an iconic picture. Will be totally barricaded and only athletes will be allowed in. Niagara Square is where all the porta potties will be. So if you need to go, you need to get into Niagara Square and your family's not coming with you. So just be prepared. When you go into Niagara Square, it's athletes only. And from that point, Fitz and Rudy will be in control with their good-natured ribbing and music and party. And, I went to a race in Florida to go see Fitz when I was down there, and they had beach balls at the start line. So we have beach balls for our start line to kick around. Again, it's kind of like, what can we do to amp it up and have some fun? So this is a celebration for everybody that wants to come out and run. So
that's right. So going back is get there early, because a reminder that you can go for a 26.2 mile any day, anywhere, for free, all alone. This is about being part of this Buffalo Marathon family. You're a part of our herd, but you're only a part of a herd if you get your fanny there and you're a part of our herd. So join in the festivities. We have a lot of good fun, and our runners are the best runners, and everyone's so nice, and you'll make some friends and have a good time. Right, Rudy?
Yeah. Hey, Greg, I want to clarify because we ran by it pretty quick. No area, no room, no access for spectators at the start area.
No access to the Niagara Square and corrals that are leading up to the start line. Spectators are welcome on the sidewalks up near the start line, but not in the back end, right?
Okay.
They are kept out.
Okay. Perfect.
And that will be fantastic.
And we appreciate everybody, like whether it's security or volunteers manning these areas, we appreciate everybody understanding and not giving, especially if it's a volunteer, and don't give the volunteers a hard time. They're out there for you. And we do have some unfortunate situations where people give them a hard time and then they apologize afterwards, but you generally lose a volunteer in that case. So, they're there for you so you can go run. We can't run this race without the 1,500 volunteers we have. So
the other thing to keep in mind is that start line's a secure area. So is the finish line. The finish line chute is secured. Only registered runners are welcome. If you have made plans to bring your baby in, or your child, or your grandpa, or your girlfriend, don't. They are not welcome. They will be removed. Sometimes we will publicly ask you to remove them, and there's a good chance you'll be disqualified from the whole race. So the finish line is a secure area. It's a place of privilege. And so don't be disrespectful to the other runners by bringing your family or friends in, and that'll destroy their finish line photos as well. Anything to add?
The point, is as you talk about that, Fitz, is, and maybe people aren't understanding. We've had situations where People have passed babies over the barricade so they could run across the finish line with them. We've seen people grab their babies and put them on their shoulders. You know, in that case, there's definitely safety issues. You know, you see people sprinting at the finish line, and there are other runners finishing where you don't want to mess up their finishing photo. The finish line is for the people who paid, registered, and ran the 13 or 26 miles. That's what the finish line is for. Yeah. You don't jump on the football field. You don't jump on the hockey rink. You don't jump onto the finish chute. So
great analogy. That's perfect.
Yeah.
Well done.
Thank you. Feel free to use it.
I like that. It's being stolen right now.
Well done. And hey guys, that our race starts at 6:30 for everybody. Everybody will kick off at 6:30. Do we have specific corrals, Greg, or is it honor system?
It's honor system. There will be flags posted for estimated finish time. 6:30. We're going back to the 2019 time. 2021. There was a 6 o'clock start time that we used because we were later in June. So yeah, so we're back to 6:30. Use it on your honor and have some fun.
And now Bruce Haber wants to know, will there be a rope cut off at the starting line for people who are looking to hit sub 7-minute mile pace for the full?
There will be a rope preventing people to run across the start line until we yell go. There will not be any ropes inside keeping people separated.
All right. So you just
even years ago, we removed the elites from this race. You know, this is about the everyday runner, right? It's not about, a couple of guys from Kenya that can come in and run and then go back to New York City after they're done before everybody else finishes. Community event.
Yeah. However, if you are a super speedster and you're trying to win it or you're trying to PR and
come
cut
on
it
up.
up.
Come on
yeah.
up.
There, and usually the bulk of the pack is respectful enough that they don't want to be up at front. And we actually at some point have to say, okay, guys, move it forward. So if
the race is a size at 5,000 people where if you want to be at the front, you can get to the front. You know, we will have a stroller this year. The only stroller in the race. Strollers are not allowed in this race. We have made an exception for this man from Canada. And we talked about it long and hard, but the exception was because this guy is going for a world's record pushing a stroller. And he is going his time. He's not going to be in anybody's way. His time has got to be like 2:31. So I think that's 5:45s or something he's got to run. So he's going to be off to the races for sure.
Yeah, but that'll be one stroller for the whole entire Sunday event. So don't bring yours.
Yeah.
Kathleen Titus. Kathleen might win the whole thing. I feel strongly about that. She's race director for Philadelphia, and she's quite athletic. What do you think, Greg? Do you think KT is going to take it all?
Kathleen is such a good friend. I'm excited to have Kathleen here for the first time, and if only to critique the race, right, and take her experience. You know, she manages 30,000 people, and she oversees social for 45,000 people at Broad Street. She has incredible skills, and she's looking forward to coming up here and having a good time. Her sister just had major heart surgery today and came out clean. So Kathleen can get on a plane on Thursday and be here at about noon.
Awesome. Awesome. All right, guys. So at 6:30, we're yelling go. Make sure you're there with plenty of time. Make sure you're there with your happy faces on. Rudy, will we let them through without a happy face?
You must be smiling at both the start line and the finish line.
That's right.
We will have at the start line, just so everybody knows, there's no surprises. There are fireworks. You know, everybody be prepared. You know, we're not getting rid of the fireworks. There will be we will have a moment for the victims of the shooting, and we ask everybody to be respectful at that point, and then it'll be about starting. And just for fun, we might as well tell people we're going to have the Shopper Chopper here this year with Tops, which is
tell us about that.
Huh?
Tell us about the Shopper Chopper.
So the Shopper Chopper is out of Pennsylvania. It's something that Tops uses. It was at the Dingus Day Parade. We'll talk about that, Fitz, when you get here, what the Dingus Day Parade is.
Okay.
But the Shopper Chopper is a 9-foot tall shopping cart, 6 feet wide. It will hold 6 people. It is fully street legal, basically a car. It's got a license plate. It's got everything. And it will be the lead vehicle for the race. So
excellent.
It is going to be a lot of fun, and people should come out and see it. So we're going to have a lot of fun with it. When have we not had fun?
We always have fun.
When have you ever been in a race where the lead vehicle was a shopping cart?
No, no, this is definitely a first. So I like first.
Do we have pacers for the marathon or half marathon?
Yes, we do have pacers, and we actually have, where Jim told me today he's a little light on pacers. So if people are interested in potentially pacing, I don't know what Jim's needs are right now, they can email pacers@buffalomarathon.org and ask him if he needs any help. Keep in mind, if you say you can run a 2-hour marathon, you got to run a 2-hour marathon. This isn't about running the race, right? You're there to support other people.
I mean, there'll be a whole lot of people doing that 2-hour marathon. That'll be a real busy group.
Oh, yeah, I meant half marathon.
I thought you did.
Sorry.
Hey, we're getting a question here, Crystal. Yes, there are. The website is packed with parking information. The athlete guide is packed with parking information. If you show up at the expo and you have questions, there will be more people to answer those questions. So yeah, you'll be able to drop off and park anywhere around that start line. It's a very
my recommendation has always been, if people, especially in Buffalo, if people are coming in and getting dropped off, that they come in and they get dropped off near the Hyatt on Main Street. And then the person who's parking for them parks on the Main Street side, which is the opposite side of where the race is, because it's a little less congested and it's easier to get out when they're ready to leave. That's my recommendation. They come in off the 33 and get off at Elm and Oak, or just come down the 33. That would be my recommendation.
And do you have any favorite miles along the course for people to spectate?
Again, in the guide, there's the best way to see my athlete, and it'll give them outlines as to where to see them multiple times. The course is very friendly. There are bikes around Buffalo. You can bring bikes. I mean, even if they're running the full, you'll see your athlete 4 times just right in the downtown area. As they go out, they come back, they loop around, and then they come back again. So there's a lot of spectating opportunities.
All right. Tell them who our photographers will be. We're having a great question from Kim Zuri.
Marathon Photo will be out on the course, and they will be taking the photos, and we will also be shooting. This is new for them. We're going to be shooting commemorative video at the finish line. That the technology, the way it's been demoed to me and everything, we haven't used it before. We'll weave together what they picked up on the course and at the finish, and yeah, it should be pretty cool.
Is it Marathon Photo or Marathon Photos?
Yeah, that's what I said. Marathon Photo. PH, not
PH.
Okay. Jay Sutherland and crew.
Jay Sutherland and crew.
Another reason to please make sure that your bib is on the front and it's completely visible.
If staying at the Hyatt, can you walk to the start line? If staying at the Hyatt, you can crawl to the start line.
You just roll out of the bed and fall on.
Yeah, you are literally, you can't get much closer to the start and finish than the Hyatt. It's the best location to be.
Okay, let's hit the course details without veering for a moment. Where are the
veering, Rudy?
You hear me? I'm like in charge of this thing. Hydration stations. What miles can they find them?
Every 2 miles on the front, every mile on the back. Water and Gatorade, lemon lime, because that's going to be your next question. Your next question after that will be water will be first, lemon lime will be second. And I can't rattle off the gel stops. I think it's 8, 14, and 21. I think that's what it is. But again, they're on the interactive map. Every aid station has 4 Kaleida trained staff for medical if you have a problem. So look for if you're never that far away. And if you are and have trouble, rest assured that the Kaleida staff has staffed each aid station with somebody that can run at least a mile. So if they hear somebody's having trouble, they'll be to you before you know it. So
all right. We're getting a comment from the man with $1 million smile, Brendan Finn. Mile 8 is the best, and they have gels. So
I know that guy. He's got an awesome pig roast.
Running for those who can't. He's wonderful. And then Bruce wants to know, are fanny packs available in the starting corral? The answer is
yes, they are allowed in the starting corral.
For sure. Actually, you know what? I had a great fanny pack for Boston. It had multiple pockets in it, and I stored all sorts of things. I didn't really use it all, but it was nice to have.
It may be subject to search, but it is allowed.
And again, look on the athlete guide and on the website. There's a whole map of where the hydration and the gel stops are. So if you have more questions about that, oh, that's a great. Brendan says the stuff on the tongue depressor is Vaseline, not cute. So
That is
don't do
true.
That might be the most important information that has just been dispensed in this last hour.
That statement alone, along with the guy or girl who goes to a triathlon and forgets to put their bathing suit on under their website, those are the two for me.
Well, one day I'm going to tell you all the story of when I put BioFreeze. I got the BioFreeze accident right in the lady parts. That was a bad time. Okay.
Hey, Crystal brought up time limit. And can we hit that, please?
We are a 6-hour course. The half, which would make 3 hours. If somebody is beyond 3 hours, they will. If the trail vehicle passes you, you'll be asked to move to the sidewalk and finish on the sidewalk. So we've literally had people finish the half in 5.5 hours walking, and they still get their medal. They still get the celebration, but they have to do it on the sidewalk. We have to get the city back open. That's one of our responsibilities. If you cross the finish line after 6 hours, and that's our closing time, we have had very good timers. They will keep their phones running and they will do their best to get times. You may see times that say 6.5 or 7 hours. It's because at 12:30, we don't all go home, right? It's time to clean up.
Yeah, right.
So we're there for a while. So we take care of people. I mean, Rich has been there way late in the afternoon and has taken people, driven them back to their hotels. You know, we brought them medals. We want to see everybody get their medals. So we're not Scrooge.
Hey, I've even seen a broom in Fitz's hand out there.
Oh, that's right.
That must have been in California. It wasn't in our stop.
Oh, no, it wasn't Buffalo.
Photo evidence, mister.
That's right. There is photo evidence.
This line actually still up. Not necessarily. When we hit 12:30, they are taking stuff apart. All of those people, it's a great question. One of the things people don't realize is that the crew that you see out there starts at 4 a.m. setting things up. This stuff does not fall out of the sky. We put down 2 miles of barricades, probably 2,000 or 3,000 road cones. We have to collect it all. We have to get it back. Everybody that is volunteering has family. They want to go home. So when 12:30 hits, things are starting to get packed up and put away. So it's not that we're trying to rush out, but we do have to clean up at some point.
And for Crystal, terrified is for cancer and war. Terrified is not for running races. So you just scooch it along at your best pace. And when you get there, you get there. Someone will be super happy to see you and we'll still give you the medal and a pat on the back. So you put your fear somewhere else. There you go. Laura says, but you do have this.
You will have Buffalo support throughout. Our volunteers are great. The community is great. The course is 9 or 10 years old. The neighborhoods know it's coming. They're out for you. I mean, you're going to have a great experience. I promise.
And going back to great experience, Rudy and I are emphatic that when you get to that finish line, you take that opportunity to celebrate what you did. I mean, just think you guys have paid for it, trained for it, planned all these travel arrangements. You're dropping people off. That's right. Don't come through like a grouch looking at your watch.
Yeah, don't look at your watch. Definitely don't look at your watch.
No, we're taking pictures of you. We'll be saying nice things to you. Take your earbuds out. Listen to the crowd support. Listen to
call your name, right? You want to hear your name called, like
right. Yeah, again, you could go roam around alone in your neighborhood and run and do whatever you want. But when you come to the Buffalo Marathon, you got to have big fun and big joy, or you did it wrong. Right.
Well, we build the production around the event so that people can celebrate. You know, I've told people I would put, and you guys can say yay or nay, but, and I know I pay you, so everybody will say you said that, but I mean, I would put our race up against Boston, Chicago, New York for the experience that you get.
Absolutely.
Right. We don't skimp, you know, we make sure everything is there.
And runner reunion area, post race.
Runner towards the end of the shoot, and then there is a post race party. We are using grab and go boxes again with food, but there is a post race party upstairs at the convention center. We will have our mile 27 beer. It's been kegged. It's ready. Party is free again to the runners and their families. So go up and celebrate. Excelsior, another one of our sponsors, has a post-race stretch zone staffed by physical therapists and stuff. So if you're feeling a twinge, go up and talk to them. It's a great time. DJ Milk is going to be playing. Anybody from around Buffalo know DJ Milk plays at the Sabres games and at the football games. He will be there. So it should be good.
And I like Crystal's comment. Yes, Crystal, that's correct. You are going through what's called tapering insanity. We all go nuts when we taper. We lose our freaking minds, and that's what you're going through. So you'll be fine.
Yeah.
But the thing is, if you're going through insanity, that means you did the training, right? Your body is responding, and you've done the work. So now it's time to enjoy the day. The day will be what the day will be, right? But enjoy every minute of it.
Yeah, and other than one of you, you're probably not going to win. So just who cares? just go. That's good. Enjoy it. Unless you're Rudy. Rudy might win. Okay, so Kate Bell wants to know, Greg, how will she know who is a pacer? That's a good question.
They will have signs with sticks on them. You can actually, at the expo, go to a table that's like Meet My Pacer, and they have a table, and they will explain to you where to go, where to line up. And if you want to come to the pasta party, there's going to be a bunch of pacers at the pasta party as well. And they're a great group of people. And the pacers get a prize. Sometimes in the past, we've had a couple of pacers who have run too fast. They think it's their race. Now the pacers are incentivized to hit their pace.
Oh, to hit. Nice.
And the closest one to hit the mark gets a $50 gift certificate. So they're all vying out there to hit that pace.
Hey, and listen, Pacers, if you're watching, Rudy and I will ding you if you stall in the chute.
No stalling. You come through. Don't you circle back.
That's
we are watching. Fitz and I have thought that there's a pacer lounge about a quarter mile from the finish line.
Yeah.
And when they come too hot, they just kind of sit there and look at their watch. Oh, gotta go.
Yeah. Yeah.
And a good time. A lot of them are from Buffalo. We've got some from even outside the area that are running. So I put in today.
There's really good support from the local clubs, if I remember right, Greg.
Huge support from the local clubs, the local running clubs. They're probably the largest group of volunteers out there.
Oh, well, this is a really sweet compliment. Crystal Marie, she's glad to join this live. Y'all seem like a lot of fun. So
you nailed it. We are a lot of fun.
We are going to have a great time. I'm trying to think if there is everything we didn't cover, but I think we got it all. And folks,
the only thing we haven't covered, and that's why I'm here.
Okay.
Two things. What's the first thing, Fitz? What's the first thing I want to talk about? Do you know?
Everything's on the athlete guide.
Well, no, that's a good one, but I'm more about the food drive, right?
Okay.
Bring food, right? Bring food, bring food. So the last thing is we've gone through this whole thing. It's 8:15, which we've run over. We've covered a lot. There's a lot going on, but the big thing is the closing celebration party now. So we have this post-race party, and that is in the expo. It's free of charge and everything, but again, the Chippewa Alliance down on Chippewa has created a concert series where they're going to have concerts on Memorial Day weekend, July 4th weekend, and Labor Day weekend. And we are the first concert, and they're partnering with us. And it will start at 2 o'clock or 2:30, and they will have a DJ. And at 5 o'clock or 5:30, 5 o'clock, I think they'll have XO playing. And at 6:30, Nerds Gone Wild, which is a local favorite cover band.
That's got to be good.
They are totally good. You're going to get to experience some Rudy. They are going to go on at 6:30. And at 9 o'clock, Fitz, what's going to happen at 9 o'clock?
At 9 o'clock, everybody goes to bed.
It's not there.
Everybody goes to bed at 9 o'clock.
Oh, I'm so disappointed. Fireworks. There will be fireworks at 9 o'clock to finish the closing celebration. So Matt's going to step it up, and we're partnering with the Chippewa Alliance, and we're bringing the fireworks. We're bringing the pyro. Chippewa's bringing the happy hour. It is a 21 and up party that they're doing. So most of the people running the marathon and stuff are over 21. So I would encourage everybody to come out. It's a great thing. Look, nerds are a riot. You know, people have a great time. There will be nerd groupies there. One of our volunteers is a nerd groupie. She's like, "Oh my God." I said, "Yeah, we did this just for you." So there you go.
Crystal,
You need the shout song at the finish. That's up to you, Fitz.
it's on the playlist. It's there. So you just got to time your entrance to the finish line as I play the song. Good luck figuring that out. I couldn't plan it if I tried. But yeah, it'll be there at some point. I just hope you're there too, Crystal. Anything else you would like to add, Mr. Weber?
As always, thank you to all our sponsors, Kaleida, Tops. I mean, Kaleida is the premier sponsor and they are huge. But in the last 2 weeks, I have worked with Tops and their community relations team to do what we feel is respectful. And Tops is the reason those boxes at the finish line are full when people open them. And they have continually come back to us and said, what can we do? What can we do? They have this tragedy they're managing, and their team keeps coming back saying, we want to do more. We want to do more. As a grocery store and a community partner, they are incredible. So all of our sponsors are incredible. I mean, I could go down the list, but right now I want to give a really big shout out to Tops because they're going through it and they're standing by that neighborhood. And I couldn't be more proud to be associated with them.
Rudy?
Hey, Greg, one of the things, well, I was wrong before. I'll probably be wrong again. I don't remember us discussing the relay much. Is there anything that we need to throw out there for the relay?
Great point. We have the relay is kind of has a little bit of a stepchild right now. Kaleida, when Kaleida came on board, we created with Kaleida the heart-to-heart relay. And I think we had 40 teams the first year. And then we opened it up for peer-to-peer fundraising to the half and the full. Everybody who is running in the heart-to-heart race this weekend that has made their fundraising goal is going from Kaleida will receive a commemorative shirt with all the victims' names on it and Tops, and it's a very tasteful shirt to honor them. It's even like the ribbon. We want everybody to wear the ribbon this weekend. But this supports Buffalo General and GBI, right? The cardiac center and cardiac care. I said, when we started this, it was a great idea. And then all of a sudden I was told I had cardiac disease. And I was like, oh my God, I'm raising money to save my own hide. But over the last 2-3 years that we've done it, this is year 3, we've raised, right now, I think we're at $420,000. So last year in COVID, we raised $212,000. This year, I checked a little while ago, we're at about $128,000 or $129,000. And all of that money goes right to Kaleida 100%. And because of our partnership with the hospital, I asked them, if we raise money for you, I want something tangible that the money is going to go to. It's not going to go to research, right? It's not going to go into a big pool. So this money is going to replace GBI, the monitors in the ICU, with updated technology. And our goal was $350,000. Obviously, we're short. We're going to replace probably 9 of the 21 monitors. And I'm not even going to say the runners are going to replace 9 of the 21 monitors. They have been the ones that have taken up the challenge and have done great to do it. I can't thank them enough.
Well, I'm coming out from San Diego. Fitz is coming from Gainesville, Florida, and you know what? We have just had the best time coming into that beautiful city, and the warmth of the people, the hospitality's been incredible. It is truly the most patriotic race that we do. And Greg, we're all over the country doing races, and this is truly the most patriotic. It's an honor to be in Buffalo.
Well, thank you, both of you. I mean, you guys are renowned in the race community. A lot of people don't realize the reputations you guys carry. I'm fortunate enough to have both of you on under contract. It's kind of like the Bills.
Right. Really.
And what people don't realize, I've actually converted you to Buffalo Bills fans and backers, right? So
that's right.
I hear from you guys all year long when the Bills are playing. Oh my God, what's going on? So
that's right.
You are part of the family. That's all there is to it. And that's what this is. It's all a family.
We call that Buffalo, and we have full-blown fallen in love with your town and your race and our athletes, and it's such a privilege. So, folks, we're gonna wrap this up, but you see our faces here. We would love to meet you personally over race weekend. So if you see one of us, all of us, introduce yourself. We love the hugs. I'm frequently running around the finish line chute. So if you want an escort through your finish line, I'm happy to do that. You can connect. You need to follow Buffalo Marathon on Instagram and Facebook. That's where you're going to get all the quick updates. I know Greg has rapid texting for emergencies, but just for basic information, follow us on social media throughout the entire weekend. Use our hashtag Buffalo Marathon, even if you're running the half. Hashtags Buffalo Marathon. Use it every time you upload stuff. Tag us. You can tag me. I'm Fitzness. I love to reshare runner pics and stories, and Buffalo loves to do that stuff too. So, get involved, be a part of our family. We're going to have a fun time. And put those nerves aside. Nerves have no place here. It's all about enjoying the process. I love you all.
Excuse me. Yeah. And just touching on, we do have a texting system. You will get messages from us. The messages are all race related. You will get some messages in the next couple of days reminding you about the food drive, but I'm very sensitive to how we utilize the texting system, and it is for race alerts and race messaging. It is not for marketing. We use it only around race weekend. So if something were to happen on the course, everybody on the course around. So even if you're not running with a phone and somebody that's running next to you, the message is going to get translated out to everybody in the community. So,
hey, I'm going to end this with a little video montage so everyone can get a peek at what we have in store.
Let's
and then
the video.
We'll see y'all on Friday at my birthday party.
At your birthday party.
Bye, everybody.
1,000 people.
Bye, everyone.